Hi, welcome to my channel, White Star Essence, where we talk about our essence selves and the one reality. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the essence self and why I use that term, and we'll also talk some more about the one reality and what it is. So, the essence self is, when I say that, the essence self, I'm energetically pointing to you, who you truly are in the here and now, beyond time. There's a lot of beautiful terms that are used on spiritual paths. Some people like the word heart, some people refer to the soul, and the higher self is a pretty common term. To me, the higher self is very similar to the essence self. And I feel that when people say the higher self, energetically, they're referring to something outside of themselves. And like we kind of leave ourselves a little bit. Maybe we're engaging a little bit of mental energy and personhood energy without really realizing it to access this higher self. But when I say essence self, like I said, I'm energetically pointing to your essence self, to my essence self. And this also helps bring in the one reality and make it more tangible because they're also interconnected. So, again, so the essence self is referring to who we are in the here and now. And any kind of healing that occurs or releasing of veils, transcendence, whatever words you like to use to call it when you let go of something false and you become more like your divine self, your essence self. All of that happens beyond time. So let's talk about, what does that really mean? What does that feel like? How can we really experience that and then know that's what we're experiencing to really let it strengthen? So, like I said, all healing happens beyond time because the essence self and the one reality are happening in the here and now. And that's another common phrase in spiritual circles is be here now, be in the present moment. So what does that feel like when we're in the present moment? Let's point a little bit to the experience of that so that we can really deepen that and welcome ourselves into that state more deeply to find ourselves there more often. And we experience it versus kind of like a mental knowing or a taking in of information. Let's go a little bit deeper for a deeper opening of that. So when we're in the here and now, there's an aliveness present. The mind is quiet. The mind is a beautiful thing, a beautiful energy, a beautiful element of who we are, but it's incorporated in us as a whole. So if we have our energy up in our head and we're lost in thoughts, it's like our presence kind of is in our mind. But if we bring our presence into our being, then we can benefit from the energy of the mind, but in the fullness of our beinghoods, where all aliveness is actually held. Because in the fullness of our beinghoods, that is also where we are alive in the one reality and at one with it. So here in our essence selves, connecting with the one reality, we are alive. The mind is quiet. It can share information, but it's different. I think some of you probably know what I'm talking about. It feels different, right? Maybe think of a time when you were getting good information, but it wasn't mental, it wasn't thoughts. As you were more in your beinghood. That's another phrase I like to use to refer to our essence selves. So it's alive, we're at peace, we're happy, we're not thinking, we're not critical, um, we're not experiencing emotions in a finite way. So we can experience like joy, excitement, happiness, inspiration from the essence self, but we're not going to experience uncomfortable emotions or more temporal emotions, or more fleeting feelings of happiness. It's a deeper sense of happiness because it's bubbling up and arising from your aliveness, and it's going into as one with the one reality and returning back to you. So, and the same thing, let's talk about past and future. So we're not feeling in the past or we're not feeling in the future. And this is why, if you've had any experiences of clearing trauma from past experiences, and there's nothing wrong with using the words past and future to refer to these things, but from our essence selves, let's just invite in this more Gnostic knowing of what we're really saying and acknowledging from our essence selves, because our essence selves won't assign any mental or conceptual energies. When we can use the word past or future or other words that appear to be finite without assigning them a finite experience or energy or conceptual mental energy. So if you've had an experience of healing something from the past, trauma or releasing fears or burdensome concepts, when you did that, you entered your beinghood to some degree, which allowed you to let go of time. Because all veils and low vibrational energies are kind of singular in their existence, or separate. They don't really exist within time, because time is ultimately an illusion, and that doesn't make it bad. But when we go beyond time, and these things can open, and our beinghoods and our essence selves will release things. So when your being opens, it will automatically release things. And if your essence self is consciously present, well, who knows what's going to happen, because we're all so amazing in our essence selves, and we're all healers, various kinds of healers. We have various kinds of healing energies and modalities and lights and ways of being as healers in our essence selves. So our essence selves are experts, master healers. So it's always good when the essence self shows up to release things. It's very helpful. So let's talk a little bit about the future. So if you're experiencing fear or anxiety or sadness about something in the future, then that's a concept, right? Because we're always here and now in our essence selves. So we know we've innocently engaged in some sort of conceptual experience, and we want to relax and know that to some degree, if you're feeling fearful about a future experience, well, if you look, you're actually experiencing that fear right now. And most of the time, it's truly hard to say that once that future event arrives, if we're really going to feel the way we might be dreading or anticipating that we will feel when it comes. So one way to move forward from that and enter your essence self and engage your essence self to help you is to realize that you're experiencing that to some degree right now. So that points you back to the here and now, and it also puts you in a place where you can release that, so that maybe you feel really different when you imagine or anticipate an upcoming event or meeting or whatever it is, and you can feel it more at peace. You'll get more inspiration, and hopefully you'll have more connectivity, because anytime we let go of any any conceptual thoughts, any burdensome energies, we become more our essence selves, and that's always helpful. So, so I'll just say again, the essence self and the one reality are one aliveness. We are completely connected to the one reality as our essence selves, and this is where we all exist. Every being exists here in peace, love, and harmony together. I hope this has been helpful to not only bring in some nice understanding about why I use the term essence self, hopefully give it a little more meaning for you, and really to help us connect more with what the essence self is experientially, so that we can integrate that and have an easier reference to it, and return to it more often, so that we're living in this alive fullness as often as possible. And it's important to be merciful and loving with ourselves, because there's wisdom in the journey through the veils. There's wisdom there. No one is at blame. None of us have done anything wrong. And we can trust this process of unfolding into our essence selves. So if you find yourself caught up in the moment, maybe you catch yourself and you realize, oh, okay, I'm lost in personhood, or fear, or just some strong wave of energy has truly come up in your psyche and overtaken you. And whenever you catch it, that's great. Just try not to criticize yourself for that. Gently reconnect with your essence self, your heart energy, whatever feels right in the moment. Trust yourself and your own wisdom. And then as you can, reconnect and explore the essence self, and take some time to sit with these experiences. And when I say sit with, you don't have to be sitting. You could be laying down, you could be going on a walk, but what I'm referring to is really feeling them inside yourself, letting them deepen, giving them a deeper acknowledgement than maybe you were able to before, letting them thrive and unfold whatever is happening for you during those experiences. That is your essence self coming forth, you connecting with you, and just focusing on that inside yourself energetically, so that you can bring awareness to your awareness. I'm sending all of you so much light, so much love. I hope this has been really helpful. Please like this video if it's helped you. If you're on your phone and you want to make a comment, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page past the suggested videos, and please make a comment. Let me know how this feels to you. Have you had these experiences before? Maybe you have some wisdom to share with us. And definitely, please let me know, has this been helpful to you? Is there something I said in this video you'd like me to talk about more? Is there something else you know of that you would like me to talk about in another video? Because I am here to help you in your journey back to your essence self, who you've always been, in the one pure loving light of the one reality. So thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you here again soon. Bye-bye.